What's going on, boxing fans? It's Julian Williams with The Distance. Have a prediction video for you guys today. This one is Audley Harrison versus Michael Sprott, rematch from 2007. Takes place on April the 9th. Heavyweight matchup. If you guys don't know, a lot of people who watch my videos there's a lot of people from the UK and a lot of people from America. A lot of people from Australia watch my videos, so I kind of make this kind of a worldwide type boxing channel where I basically cover everything I can, everything that's within my means. And overall, this is actually a very decent heavyweight fight because you're putting together two very good heavyweights out of the UK. Who's Audley Harrison, I believe, former Olympic gold medalist in 2000, and Michael Sprott, very good journeyman. So this is, like I said, this is a rematch from the first fight. The first fight in 2007, if you guys haven't seen it, the first fight in 2007 ended in a knockout in like the third round from a left hand, like a left hook in the middle of an exchange from Audley Harrison and Michael Sprott, and Sprott got the knockout. There's a lot of high hopes for Audley Harrison, of course, being a former Olympic fighter for his country. And honestly, I would love to see Audley Harrison fight some top tier heavyweights in the future, but first he has to get through this fight. Now, in this fight, Audley Harrison, who's the taller fighter, southpaw, pretty good southpaw jab, does a very good job of landing that 1-2 and kind of sneaking it in when you least expect it. He does a very good job of landing that 1-2. In this fight against Michael Sprott, he has to fight very smart. He has to fight cautiously because, as we saw in the last fight with that knockout, sometimes fighters don't recover from knockouts like that when, and they were kind of like in the middle of an exchange, and then all of a sudden Harrison just got caught. So this fight, just to avenge this loss, he has to fight a very well-paced, kind of slow fight against Sprott. He needs to keep his southpaw jab out there. He needs to continue pumping out that southpaw jab. He needs to pretty much keep that right hand out there so that Sprott isn't able to get in, because Sprott wants to get in and he does throw his left hook very wide. So when it's like this with Harrison needs to throw that straight right and probably follow it up with the straight left hand. 1-2. Basically, that's really his best bet in this matchup, fighting a well-paced fight, and pretty much making it a sloppy, somewhat of a boring fight. But the question is, will Audley Harrison do it? Because Audley Harrison does have his moments to where he kind of has control of the fight, and then he'll kind of start throwing a bunch of combinations. Now against Michael Sprott, what's going to be open is the right hook to the body. He needs to throw the right hook to the body occasionally. He doesn't need to throw it all the time. He needs to kind of sneak it in there, because really it's the shots that you don't see that hurts the most, especially to the body. And the body shot hurts worse than the headshot at times. Sometimes it takes a while to recover from the body shot. So if he can sneak in that right hook to the body, if he can sneak in a possible left hook to the body, and just combination of body shots at times, and kind of getting out of the exchanges, could win him the matchup very well. Because against Michael Sprott, he does not want to exchange with him, as we saw in the last fight. He wants to fight a well-balanced fight. He wants to use his jab to create space, create distance, create other punching opportunities, other opportunities. That's really what Audley Harrison needs to do. And Michael Sprott, has kind of that compact defense. He kind of has that. He has that defensive guard. The hands in front of him. And then when you stop punching, that's when Sprott kind of comes in. Or sometimes Sprott comes in, when you're not punching. So in this fight, Michael Sprott needs to make Audley Harrison exchange with him. And the way to make Audley Harrison exchange with him, he needs to hit him with some good, well-timed shots. If in this fight, I think that Michael Sprott definitely needs to come forward and press Audley Harrison. He needs, and And if he can get a good shot in the inside against Harrison, then we could see Harrison exchange with him again, and him possibly get caught with a well placed time shot in the chin. That's really Sprott's best bet in this matchup. It's pressing the action. I think that the left jab. The problem is he does throw a single left jab. He needs to double it up. He needs to double up and using that left jab. He needs to work his way in the inside using that left jab, kind of jab in, like I allude to in some videos. That's really what Sprott needs to do. He needs to jab his way into the inside against Audley Harrison, because if he can jab his way in the inside, then it takes the Harrison jab away, which is kind of long. It's not necessarily stiff, but he uses that southpaw jab as a weapon because Audley Harrison can go over the top with the left hand at times with it. So Michael Sprott doesn't really need to jab in and use his jab to take away Harrison's jab. It is really Sprott's best bet in this matchup, but I'm going to go with Audley Harrison in the rematch. I think that, because he does have, this is a loss pretty much that he has to avenge somewhat. I'm not saying that he's going to win because he has to avenge this loss, but I think that, Harrison, I think is ready for the prime time. He's not the same fighter as he was, in 2007, 3 years ago. He's a different fighter now. He's faced, he's been in quite a few fights, and I think he's gotten a bit better since that fight. I think he's gotten smarter, and also I think that Harrison can pull it off. I think Harrison can pull off the 11th round knockout in this fight if he fights smart. But I think that the safe, cautious way is fighting safe or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if we got the decision as well, because sometimes when you get knocked out against certain fighters, you kind of fight differently in the next fight. You fight very much differently, especially if you get knocked out. So I think Harrison will probably fight a different fight. More than likely, he'll fight a different fight. I think he'll stay out of the exchanges, and I think he'll fight a smart, moderately paced matchup. I think there's going to be. I just think Harrison should win this fight, either 11 round knockout or decision. But anyway, that was the distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.